Coach Tony, Wrestling Podium Performance, and today is Thursday, July 17th. It is front squat and arms day. If you like the kind of content I've been putting out, please take a moment now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with any questions you might have on what I'm doing. As I'm going through the vlogs going forward, I'm going to explain a little more in depth what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, the purposes behind it, and how I'm kind of structuring things. So the first thing I've got are front squats. Alright, so the whole purpose of a warm-up is basically to neurologically prepare you as well as to bring your body's temperature up so that you can perform work at a high level. It's warm out, so you don't need too much of a warm-up right now up here in Canada where it's like 35 degrees outside with and then add Humidex. So just going through the motions, feeling my way through this first set. So also what I'll be doing is I'm only doing 3 sets of 5 reps. The reason why it's just 3 sets is I'm not doing this as a leg workout. This is just to kind of stimulate, to get my whole body warmed up as well for arms. And because front squats and squats in general, you're lifting heavy, you're loading up your axial skeleton, you're loading up your spine and your pelvic. All of this helps to kind of tell the body, I need more anabolic response to this. I need to get some of the hormones going. I need a little more testosterone, some more adrenaline going. I'm going to spike my cortisol up because I'm in a stressful environment. A little bit of that fight and flight response happens. You get that adrenaline response, you're going to be a little bit stronger. Very few things do it like a squat. The reason for that, it's like a metaphor for life. The weight's going to weigh you down, you got to get back up with it. So now getting into a second warm-up set here, just because I'm going to be going up close to 200 pounds, so do an intermediary weight. Don't need too many warm-ups for squats when only going up that high, but here just 135, just feeling my way through it, making sure everything feels good, hips are loose, and getting nice and deep. Just 2 reps. All right, so here we go with the first actual set of these. So what I'm really focusing on as I'm doing a front squat is keeping my elbows up nice and high. I'm not trying to over grip the bar, which a lot of people try to do. They try to kind of keep their grip really hard on the bar. No, I let the fingers relax so that I can get my elbows up, more relaxed position. The second I grab on, my forearm flexes, it pulls everything down a little bit. I want to keep everything nice and relaxed so that I can make it so that my legs and my torso is what's actually controlling and taking care of the weight here. Okay, so this first set, what I'm really focusing on here is making sure, okay, elbows are up, everything's in the right position, hips are open, okay, boom. Deep breath, get nice and low, get full depth, bend the knees, and keeping the torso nice and upright as I can. Each rep, just focus. Deep breath at the top each time, exhale hard on the way up. Okay, so just before I hop into the second set, a quick little note that these vlogs are going to be continuously evolving. As I get better at doing them and showing off and whatnot and showing different things, the main thing is for them to be educational as well. There's so much fluff out there in the training world. Everyone's showing their highlights. I'm showing both the good and bad. If I fail, you're going to see it. If I succeed on a lift, you're going to see it. If you've got questions, ask them in the comments below. Seriously, this way I can help more people out. As this grows or it doesn't grow, that's not the concern. I want to help people improve their training, but also understand that training is supposed to be hard. Like, this is 195 pounds. It's not the heaviest I've ever lifted, but as I get the strength back in my front squats, it's still a challenging weight for me right now still. So set 2, 195. All right, now for the arm work. All right, so with the poor man's preacher curl here. So when we're doing these, I like to grab, because I'm not really wide shouldered, I grab the inner kind of cambered part, and from here down, forearms touch the pad, back up. Only need to do a few reps like this. The skull crushers. So still at a bit of an angle. All right, so here we go with the first set. We're going try to get 4 sets of this. When you're going in a 6 to 8 rep range, getting 4 sets allows you to get at least a critical number of reps, which is a minimum of like 20 reps for any kind of hypertrophy and strength work. It's in the functional hypertrophy range, so I'll have a more detailed explainer of that soon, but that's basically what it is. And then 1 second pause at the bottom again. Yep, here we go. So whenever you're doing a pause at the bottom of an exercise, you're removing elastic energy out. So you're effectively making yourself weaker, but when you go back to doing the concentric, the actual lifting part, the muscles actually have to work a little bit harder in that way. All right, so here we go with the hammer curls. So bring the fat grips back with them, the blue fat grips attached to the dumbbells, as well as on the incline bench here. We're at a 55-degree incline. One of the big things when it comes to hammer curls and a big benefit to doing them is a lot of times when people are doing biceps work, they're always palms up, fully supinated. So by going with the hammer grip, you're now working the muscles that actually are a little bit underneath and around the biceps bracket. When you flex your biceps, you see your biceps bracket. But sitting underneath it, you have your brachialis and your brachiradialis, and they also cross the elbow joint and flex the elbow. Those muscles don't get as much work when you're fully supinated as they do when you're pronated or when you're pronated or neutral grip, compared to the biceps brachii, which really takes over when you're fully supinated. These muscles help to also keep the elbow nice and healthy and as pain-free as possible, especially when you're doing any bending exercises. So yeah, we're going in the 10 to 12 rep range here, 3 sets. That's the goal. We'll see if we get there. Now we go over to the cable for the overhead French press. The great thing about cables is the weight stays consistent the whole time. I'm using the Prime Fitness USA CAS handles. So the great thing about these, because they're conically shaped, they kind of sit a little more ergonomically in your hand. It feels a little better. And these have some knurling with them, so it really helps with grip. So French press, you're just here, elbows up beside your head, and your triceps extension up overhead. All right, here we go, set 2. Just had a nice little thunderstorm roll through. Here we go. Oh, this burns. Oh, I'm cooked. Let's go. Now, for what's going to finish off the workout, this is just purely volume. So like I've done with like the squats, the bench press and whatnot, this is the same thing but for biceps and triceps. So I'm just doing one set up to 20 reps, just empty barbell curls for 45 pounds, and then banded press downs with the Rogue green band. So these are just back to back real quick. It's just what you would call pump work, meathead work. So let's go. Now, like I said, these are just back to back. Hold a little higher. That concludes today's workout. So, if you got any questions on what I was doing in the workout, please leave a comment below. Other than that, my post-workout is going to be 1 scoop of ATP Labs grass-fed whey, a half scoop of their greens and reds whole food mix, as well as 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. I'm just going to mix that with water, blend it up, and drink it. If you want to get 10% off from ATP Labs in Canada and the US, go to the link in the description below, atplabs.com, and use code RISLING10, that's RISLING 10 at checkout to get your discount. If you like what I've been putting out in terms of these vlogs and other educational info, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out with the algorithm and growth of the channel. Anyways, Coach Tony, Wrestling Podium Performance. Go get yourself an arm pump today and embrace your potential.